Alright, so I'm having a lot of thoughts, and I was writing, but then I got to the point where I couldn't even write what I wanted to say because I was having so many thoughts. So it would be easier to just record this as I'm doing now. So let me just start with excuse me, sorry. So today I went to this mindfulness seminar, and it was really great because, one, I'm really passionate about it. And so everything she was saying, I was like, yes, yes, keep preaching, do your thing. Anyways, so I guess let me touch on the benefits that she mentioned about being mindful, and then we can kind of go from there. Because I came to this conclusion, and I think it's kind of funny, and I feel like it's true, but I don't know if, I could be wrong. So, she was saying that some of the benefits of practicing mindfulness is blah, 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 blah. Becoming more present, obviously, because you're thinking about why you're thinking about certain things, so you're in the moment. Increase patience, compassionate to others, blah, blah, blah. I swear she had more than that. Self-awareness. Dang, sorry. Alright. Self-awareness, relationship building. You can control cognitive versus emotional mind. Act proactive instead of reactive, which is a huge thing. So, alright, to go off on why this is so important is if you ask someone, do you want to improve relationships in your life with your kids, with your parents, with your coworkers, with your boss? Do you want to be a better employee? Yes. Do you want to dang it, now my thoughts aren't working. I hate when this happens. Sorry. Okay. So, do you want to be able to have better relationships with, like, your spouse and your kids and your parents? Do you want to understand why people react in certain ways and be able to not be so quick to judge, be more compassionate towards others? Mindfulness plays a huge role in all of this. And it's like, if I asked you, do you want to practice mindfulness so that you can be a better husband or wife, or be a better parent, or be a better employee, any of these things, and you list how to do it, like say, oh, you should practice meditation, you should go out in nature and walk outdoors, and go do some yoga, just be in the moment, they would be like, nah, that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, I don't have time to go walk outside. I have kids to take care of. I don't have time for meditation. I have things to do at work. I'm stressed out. Like, help me. And then you sit here and you're like, well, go be mindful. Like, I'm telling you how I can help you right now. So that was one thing that I was kind of like laughing to myself about. Then the other thing is, so recently I went through put myself through a period of dieting because I wanted to push myself to make a weight class for powerlifting. It was a mental goal of mine to prove to myself that I could do it, but it was also a goal to be more competitive in powerlifting. Anyways, so when people ask me, like, that's a hard task to lose 20 pounds and still practice weightlifting so that you maintain strength, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, actually, I would attribute a lot of me being successful in my dieting to mindfulness. And so if people are like, how'd you lose weight? And I would be like, I actually did it through being very mindful about the process that I was going through. And if someone really wanted to lose weight, I feel like they would actually be like, okay, well, let me practice mindfulness because it's going to help me lose weight, and I really want to lose weight. So you're telling me that you really want to lose weight, so you're willing to practice mindfulness. But when I asked you to go walk in nature, do yoga, do meditation, or anything related to that in order to be a better parent or be a better employee or be a better individual to contribute to society, you said that that was too much. But now that I'm saying you can do it to lose weight, then you're on board? Where are your priorities? Because honestly, it's gotten to a point for me that I love fitness and health, and I was still am passionate about it and using it to help people live a better life, because we all want to be strong. We all want to feel good about ourselves and the way that we look, and that is important because that is very, it's important to your confidence to feel good about how you look. However, I've gotten to the point where no longer do I just want to help people to lose weight and get fit for like physical reasons. Like feeling strong and being able to move better, being a more functional human being, that is definitely important. And like someone who is having back issues or for whatever reason, like they even have trouble going up the stairs, if I can help them to become more physically fit, to just be able to be more functional for everyday purposes, that is awesome, and I'm definitely a fan of that. However, this is what makes me so irritated about social media is like, so I'll post a picture of a 20-pound transformation, and like obviously throughout this whole, like I lift weights, so obviously I have like muscularity on me, and people see this and they're like, oh my god, you look amazing, like help me, blah 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 blah. And I want to help you, but I'm to the point where I don't want to help you to lose weight because you want to look a certain way. I'm to the point where I want to help you to change your mindset about losing weight, because I don't think that the reason that you failed over and over again trying to get fit or lose weight or whatever is because the diets that you've tried aren't working. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it has more to do with what's going on up here, and I think we need to assess where you are internally and fix that before we can before we can change anything that's going on externally. And this is something that I realize is so important about mindfulness, is that when you become mindful and you realize you can you can overcome shit, like you can be more confident that, alright, so this is kind of how I make the parallel. So I think that practicing weightlifting every day, or just something that takes what's the words? You have to like commit to it. Something that takes self-control and is like a practice that you do every day. So that's kind of how this relates to yoga as a practice. I look at lifting as a practice. It's something I have to put myself through every day. I become stronger at it through practicing it every single day. And on top of that, it's a fear I have to overcome every day. Putting yourself in a situation of discomfort each time you train, your brain is wiring itself to become mentally stronger, and this can only, you have no choice but to let this affect you in other areas of your life. Like, you see that fear is something that's made up in your head, and you're like, shoot, like, I thought that weight was going to be hard, but I just lifted it. You get this feeling of confidence, of empowerment, and now it's like you look at other areas of your life that you actually had this fear instilled in your head for no reason, and it's like, why was I so afraid to, like, raise my hand and ask a question? There's nothing scary about that. I mean, yeah, people will judge you, but really, by what you're saying, you're contributing, you're learning, you're failing. You're gonna have to fail in order to succeed. So put yourself out there. Like, stop fearing. We hold ourselves back so much by this, and I can't even express it. Like, it's just crazy. So the fact that you're putting yourself in a situation to overcome fear every single day, you're only going to get stronger in other areas because you're applying the same mindset of growth and wanting to achieve more. And then on top of that, you can then take this mindset. So now that you realize how you can use the mindset and just fitness, then you can apply that to diet, and you can look at your diet and say, you just become mindful of how you're dieting. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to cut my calories, and I'm scared because this, or I'm anxious because of this. You can realize that the emotions that are going on in your brain are only triggered by an emotional response, and then you can, once you're conscious of that, you can look at it from the cognitive mind and realize, okay, I'm not going to die. This diet doesn't control me. I control how I feel while I'm dieting. It might suck some days. Your energy will be low because physiologically you're not eating as much. So obviously you will feel different. But the attitude that you have towards that, and the mindset that you keep throughout the whole duration of dieting, that's gonna speak to your results. Like, don't let the weight control you. You control the weight. That's what I say in lifting. That's what I say in dieting. Don't let the diet control you. You control the diet. So you know what? That's what I say in, like, all areas. Don't let the fear control you. You fucking control it. So, to apply this in other areas of life, be mindful of how are you, when your kid takes a long time to get ready in the morning and you're in a hurry and you have somewhere to be, rather than sitting there and getting your emotions all riled up, look at it from, I don't like that example. Okay, let me think of a better example. So, when you have, alright, let's go to social media. When you have a profile that you're looking at of someone and they're posting pictures of themselves, say they have, like, a lot of selfies, you're sitting there and you're like, wow, this person's really narcissistic. Oh my god, I can't believe they're posting all these pictures of themselves. Like, obviously, they don't care about anyone else. And you're making all these judgments. And really, by looking at these pictures, what do you know? Do you know that they're narcissistic? Do you know that they only care about themselves and they don't do anything to give back to others? What do you really actually, what do you know about looking at these pictures? Probably very little. And we make these judgments subconsciously. They just come out, and you're like, if someone pointed this out to you and made you aware of what you sounded like, you would probably be like, oh my gosh, I sound really mean. I should probably not be so judgmental. But in the moment, it takes practice to become aware that you are being judgmental. No one wants no one wants to be called out on being judgmental, but it takes practice of realizing that you're thinking this and then making a conscious effort to change it. And like I said, you practice overcoming the fear every single day. You practice overcoming these judgmental thoughts every single day by becoming mindful. And how can that not make you, in return, a better parent, a better child, even, like to my parents? How can it not make you a better employee or coworker to those around you? And how can it not make you a better person in society? Like, screw helping people to lose weight. Like, if you look good, more power to you. But you know what? I want to help people because I want you to be a better person. And I think that mindfulness can help you to do that. So that's been my rant about today's seminar and my thoughts. And it's really fucking cool that you can actually control your mind to influence others. But I think first you must invest in yourself before you can truly have an impact on others. And I really want to dig more into the neuroscience of this because I realize that it does sound kind of like out there. But I also think that unless you actually experience it and you take the time to learn and to practice, I don't think you can get to this point. But I do want to look into more of the neuroscience. I want to study more Eastern philosophy. I have looked into quite a bit of it, and I shouldn't say quite a bit. I have looked into it, and I understand, like, I really align with a lot of Buddhism, philosophy, I guess, religion. What's the other thing? I guess, I don't know. I should just stop talking now because it's like midnight. But these are the times my brain gets going and I feel the need to share. So, yeah, that's it for tonight. I hope this was helpful to someone. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just shooting shit, but I don't care. Alright, that's all. Bye!